weeks or maybe even months, because that's how long they expect these delays to last. Even if the federal government decides to open up today, which is October 26th, many people are receiving benefits in the next several days for the month of November. There's a problem. These delays would these food benefits would see a delay of likely 2 to 3 weeks, because the money still has to be we still have to get the money, then it has to be appropriated to the right things, and then it has to be sent to the states. So that's the issue. But what she's saying is, go out there and spend all the money that you have on your card, because stores are not going to be accepting it. That's not true. According to many reports, stores are still going to be accepting the food stamps. Here's the problem, though. Some stores, and these are likely going to be the smaller ones, so your Walmarts, your Targets, your Safeways, your Krogers, they're still going to accept food stamps. The smaller stores are likely going to reject that purchase. The reason for that is because they don't know when they are going to receive the money from the states. That's the big question. They have no clue when states are going to pay them. That's what we're hearing at this time. I want to play another clip for you, though.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. On to this like foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. This is going to be a quick show through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua. One of your brothers are edified through the spirit. And I find, shout out to the brother Amon Gabor. He had put me on to this guy. And something he said, the distribution of the finances, which I didn't get to the part where I really wanted to go to. He said some stores are gonna still receive and some stores are not gonna receive. Now, let me see if this is a part.
These are AI generated clips.
Okay? Oh yeah, so they were showing the AI joint where people going in looting and shit like that. And one thing that you people gotta realize is AI is so realistic now that they could use that as a catalyst to sit there and say, oh, the people are wilding out. Let's go send the troops in and get them. All right. You could have any store right now, one or two people would go in there and steal something, and they'll make a big deal. They won't even make a big deal out of it, because that's a regular day basic stuff. But with this AI, artificial intelligence, and the way they want to scheme things and how they want to do things, they want to make everybody look real bad, especially the face of welfare, the so-called black woman. All right, she's a face of welfare, even though studies show, everybody like to talk about statistics, that most Caucasians are under SNAP benefits, WIC, and all that good stuff. Okay, so they're gonna generate and make sure everybody looks like the worst possible human being on the planet Earth, so they could push their agendas. But like I said, there's something that he said I want brothers to hear.
This is the people out there going to afford food, and food prices have even gone up. So when people can't afford food, they turn towards theft. They're going to steal it. Some people will try to grow their own food, but who has time to go and grow food right now when it's starting to turn into the colder months? Nobody. And what if they need food in the next 3 days? Are they going to be able to grow some cucumbers and tomatoes and fruits and vegetables? No. Nobody has that kind of time. And so right now, there's a lot of speculation, and even grocery stores are actually turning up the heat, if you will. They're now putting police officers or more security throughout the store, many of which are sitting right at the entrances. Think about Walmart, for instance. Walmart is now, and I've been talking to a few people from Walmart, and they're saying this exact same thing, is they are extremely concerned, not just for the food items, but for the holiday items as well. because they're all out there. People aren't just going to go and steal peanut butter and bread and then run out the door. No, if they're going to steal something, there's a good chance, based off what we're hearing, that they're going to steal the food items. Maybe they'll go back and get some smaller electronics and some toys and things like that to try to bring down their costs from their own household. That's a concern. I want to play another clip for you as well. Listen.
So everybody's gonna go. Basically, you're saying everybody's gonna go ape shit, but I think he said it earlier. I think I skipped it, but he was basically saying that the major stores, Walmart's. He named a couple other stores. I think I passed it, and they're gonna get all the benefits and so forth. But your regular stores, your regular neighborhood stores, they're not gonna get anything. So I say that because not say that, but when you go back to the pandemic and what was happening during the pandemic, a lot of mom and pop stores, little corner stores, they lost a lot of money. A lot of them closed down. So they got closed down and so forth. But what remained? Your Amazons, your Walmarts, your Costco's, your big major corporations. So when you go into these stores, you need to have certain like okay, Sam's Club, Costco's, and BJ's. You have to have a card. You have to be a member in order to get into that. Walmart, you don't have to get the membership or so forth. But the way they allow Jake to sit there and tell him, like, yo, if anything goes awry, I'm gonna go run up in Walmart. So now Walmart has the right to say, you know what, we can make this a private institution. We got the backing of the government, and we can make this a private institution. And the same way when you go to the pharmacy, I don't know how it is in the rest of the states, but if you go to the pharmacy, there's a not pharmacy, it's like CVS, Walgreens, all that good stuff. Everything's caged up. You need somebody to come in and get the stuff out there, like a real gel type, a dystopia type shit. That was all by design. Everything's happening is by design. So he's saying it. Everybody else realizing it. They getting the people right when they want them. But you know what's the problem? People rely on the system too much. He also said that all the states, what they trying to do, they trying to roll over the states to take the responsibility for feeding the people. Now, if they do that, if they give the responsibility to the people, I mean not the people, the states do that. That means that your local, your state, obviously, your cities and so forth, everything goes up because now the state has to give EBTs and so forth to the people. So this whole thing is all a bunch of confusion. All right. And then I just saw another post that Trump basically, let me see if I got that. I was looking at it. Trump basically is just like he don't give a fuck. This whole entire system, they don't give a damn. Let's see. Do they have any? Oh, they don't have it. We look up a post. Well, there was a post basically saying that he's putting down the countdown, saying that he's not giving anything. So they want this chaos. All right, they want this order out of chaos. They don't they rule the people with this is all draconian behavior. All right, and then what they end up gonna do, they're gonna end up telling you, the people, in order for you to get your benefits and so forth, you're gonna have to take that. You know what? That's all it is. All right. Since I've said that, Revelation 13 and 11. It says, and I beheld another beast came up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb. So the two horns represent the two political parties. Back then, it were two political parties of the Romans, the patricians and the publicans. Same thing, Democrats and the Republicans. All right, one for the people and one for the rich. And then the theater is these two are always against each other, but the reality is they are the same body. All right, they're the same body. So purposely, you have the Democrats and the Republicans ensuring the government shut down, and they nitpicking certain things so that way they can keep it shut down. And the timing is so beautiful because what time are we coming into? Coming into the holiday season where everybody want to get these fucking turkeys and have their abominable thing. And then on top of all that, he wants to pass a law. Now, might add, everything's shut down, but he wants to pass a law that if you do get food stamps or whatever, you have to do 80 hours of volunteer work or some shit like that. Some crazy shit like that. All right. It says, and they spake as a dragon. Dragon is representation of the draconian laws that they're about to pass on everybody. They're gonna rule the people with an iron fist. Okay, the most crucial thing. So you go out there and stealing, or you decide to steal to feed your family, how noble that might sound, and this new way of things is not gonna be noble at all. That's a death sentence. This is what they are trying to do. That's gonna be a death sentence. I'm starving, officer. They don't give a damn. And they might not even have men or women to go out there to do that. They might have the robots who have no emotions, who have no emotional attachments to anything or to no one. So this man is coming in a cruel like manner. All right. He's coming in this draconian spirit. He's showing his true horns. And there's nothing that can be said or done. This is it. We're moving forward. All right. These are the things that the Lord been saying is going to happen. So we're moving forward with everything. There's no more. Like you said, if the government starts back up tomorrow, they still got to pay these people, pay the states, and he already have a political beef with New York and all these other liberal states. So they ain't getting shit, and then you're not gonna get nothing until like 2 or 3 months, and then they put up a new program in order for people to go in, and the people that's working. I was watching something, and they saying they just put the new program in, so if everything does come back on, there's so much loophole, there's so much shit that even the people that's on top of it, they don't know what's going on. So they're coming in with some cruelty. They don't give a damn about anybody. Why? Because this is the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right. This is he don't give a damn about the poor. Psalms 10 and you know what? 2. The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. And this is part of the persecution. They nourish you, and now they want to take that nourishment away from you. And they want you to be out there, out in the open, in order for them to bring the pressure for you to take their stuff. All right. Let them be taken in their device that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth in his heart desire and blesseth the covetousness, which is covetousness meaning the things that he have stolen. All right. Whom the Lord abhor. The wicked through the pride of his kindness will not seek the Most High. Seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. So despite they come up with titles of philanthropy, I keep saying it wrong. Man, they lover of man and all that. Everything that they're doing is against the Lord. The Department of Agriculture, like somebody brought it up, which makes sense. The Department of Agriculture, who's supposed to be about the food and everything like that, they said people could be starving, this is a man-made famine, and somebody like Bill Gates could come along and say, "Oh, I'll come and save you." So all the food that did not get pushed out, they could go around, turn around, and give you some rotten food or GMO food. They don't care. He's always said his ways are always grievous. That judgment are far above, out of his sight. As for his enemies, he puff at them. He have said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit, and fraud under his tongue. is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the village, and in the secret places doth he murder the innocent, and his eyes are privately set against the poor. So they are completely against the poor. And that goes for you Edomites out there. All right. They're against you too. They hate your guts. What do the elites call everybody? Useless eaters. So they don't see no future. This whole thing is about destroying the poor. All right, annihilating them, letting people do what they would do naturally towards their own selves in a situation like this. They expect people to go out there and loot and rob and steal. And if they don't do it, or if it's not crazy enough, they always have AI to push that deceit. It says, "He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor." So he's waiting for you to slip up. He's waiting for you to tell your position, how you're gonna do what you're gonna do, when you're gonna do it, because social media. Then everything has cameras in there. So he's waiting for you to slip up. This is all part of the plan for people to go out there and wild out, then bring in the order. But all this is bringing confusion. All of it. This is all confusion. All right. And it said, and like I said, they want to get rid of everybody. Everybody. The crazy thing is rent's so damn high, bills, utility bills is getting higher with no explanation. All right. And what people was like, oh, all those people that's on food stamps, they should just get a job. They ain't no fucking jobs. All right. That's a crazy thing. They ain't no jobs. They've been saying for the past what? Let me see, what, March, April? There's been no job growth. And the whole entire summer, there was no job growth at all. There was more losses. So that's the other factor. You throw in there and say, oh, people just should just get a job. But there's no job growth. Why? Because AI is taking everything. So this whole thing, this whole plot, this whole plan is to oust everybody in every which way you could think of. This is so diabolical, it's unbelievable. And all this just to be so they could pass in draconian laws to pressure everybody to get that, you know what? It says, when he catcheth the poor, when he draweth him into his net, he croucheth and humble himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones, which we passed that. Ain't no more hiding who they are. That was 10 years ago, 5 years ago. We passed that. Now we seen just the horns. All right. Now we just seen who this man is really is and is in the spirit. Right? He's just let it all out. Okay? He has said in his heart, the Most High have forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it. Arise, O Lord, O Yahweh, lift up thine hand, forget not the humble. And no matter what the situation is, the Lord is going to take care of his. All right? Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to take care of his men. And in turn, the men are going to take care of the women and the children. The Lord is going to take care of his. All right? He has not forgotten. This is what we all been waiting for. This is the moment that we all been waiting for. Now, if everything goes according to what the scriptures have said, if this is the time that the prophecy is speaking, and it is speaking very well, then all hell's about to break loose. We are in Jacob's trouble. Matter of fact, Jeremiah 30 and 5. For thus saith the Lord, We have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Because why? Grown men, are going to be starving to death. All right? They're going to be starving. And then them starving to death, they're going to lose strength and so forth. They're going to be able to, everybody's talking about, yeah, they're going to rob and steal. Yeah, until you get bust in your head. And their excuses right now is to feed their family. And niggas been using that excuses from day one. And they will do the most vilest shit to to feed their family. Lawyer ain't trying to hear that shit. Y'all niggas gonna starve. All right? Y'all niggas gonna starve. And I'm not just talking about the people that have EBT and no. It's across the board. It's across the field. All right? Matter of fact, I got something after this. It says, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail because of hunger pains, and in full, it says, and all faces are turned into paleness. They lost all hope. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it, even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So, sorry, yeah, he shall be saved out of it, which is the elect. We are in Jacob's trouble. You don't have to sit there. People don't have to um, figure it out. Like, we are in Jacob's trouble. ICE. They created a whole agency just to torment the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom. Then they're gonna throw in on the National Guard on top of all that. Then they're gonna say, you know what? Forget the military. But forget the National Guard. Let's go and get the military in here. So there's gonna be this is gonna be hell on earth. Oh, also, matter of fact, let me get this real quick. Second Ezra 8:50. It's coming out. Everything's coming out a lot. For many great misery shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell on the world. So this is a worldwide event because you're having this issues in the UK. You're having this issues all over the world. There's uproars of the people because the mistreatment and how they're treating the people and what they're doing across the board is implementing this new system that's really screwing the people. But many great miseries coming to everybody. And like I made a statement, you see, because they have walked in great pride, and the statement, which is true, that Jacob's trouble is just not for you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You're highlighted in this trouble. Yeah, that's a good term. But this trouble is going to be the world's trouble. So everybody out there is happy, yeah, the black woman, she about to lose the EBT. This time is going to be a great advantage. You're not going to be in much of an advantage. Enjoy for the moment, because what's coming next, everybody's going to be equal ground. It says Isaiah 24:2. It shall come to pass. It shall be as with the sorry. It shall be as with the people, with the priest, as with the servant, as with the master, as with the maid, so with the mistress, as with the buyer and the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usuries. There's a giver of usury to him. So everybody's gonna be equal in that day, in that moment. All right. You talking about equal opportunity? Everybody's gonna be equally poor, which is gonna lead everybody to get what? Revelations 13:15. It says, and he had power to give life to the image of the beast, which is the Roman Empire. The revival of the Roman Empire is the New World Order. This is the image that they want to establish in the world. Is it one single statue? No. This is a whole entire system that's built. Never in your lifetime would you need a social, birth certificate, a driver's license, a state ID to prove who you are. All right. Then you put it in the World Wide Web because everything that you need now, you got to go through the World Wide Web, and that your personal information can be taken. That would not have happened in the way things were before, but it's happening now because of the system that they're trying to push to the people. All right. This is a system that has never been seen before. It says that the image of the beast should both speak, which is speaking now, and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast. So those that are not part of this system, those that not going to be down, right, should be killed. So they're about to come in hard on everybody. And they're going to break people's will. Okay. And to be quite honest, is better off being dead than the alternative what they're about to read. It's better to be dead than to deal with this thing that's about to come. All right. And they know they know people are gonna say, "Oh, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna take this." But the thing is, they're gonna bend people's will. All right. It said, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand on their forehead," which that mark is charagma in the Hebrew. I mean the Greek, which means to cut, to insert. They're gonna insert something. This is why they created a system. The previous world, they could not get away with the shit that they're doing. Hey, you got cars that could drive itself. They said that now the 2025 was it Toyota and Lexus? Was it Toyota? Yeah, I believe so. And I'm just going by one couple of people I saw on Instagram, whatever, and they was complaining about it. They said there was cameras in the car. So now they want to monitor you. And the car, if you're not doing your payment, the car could drive itself back to the dealership. They couldn't do this back in the days. They had to create this system, all right, to enforce that. And even with this whole real ID, if you already have the necessary document to prove who you are, why do you need extra documents? Because they created a fucked up system that they expect everybody to get down with. It says the receiver mark in the right hand on their forehead, and this is their solution. All right, this is their solution, and we know the end of this is Revelation 14:9. I'm just gonna end it off of that. It says the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, "If any man worship the beast and his image and receive the mark, his mark in the right hand, in his forehead, on his hand." And it's talking something physical. It's not talking about, oh, that's what they thinking. No, something physical. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture, into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, and in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. So that's the judgment if you take that. So it's better off to die than to deal with that. All right. This is the warning for all. And this is the system that they're building. And once they set this thing in motion and they make this national, when it gets worldwide, and this man has majority of people, then the end shall come. This is why we were looking forward to. So Jacob's trouble is the world's trouble. And is the end of this man, is end of Esau Edom. With that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation Israel. Shalom.